Well, a good evening to all pro wrestling fans of all shapes and sizes from all around the world. Welcome to another Pro Wrestling Talk video brought to you by Blitzball Champ Gaming here on the U to the Tube. I'm your host, Blitzball Champ Jason Ingram. So, for this episode, it's going to be a Marigold specific episode as I will be going over the confirmed participants for the second annual Dream Star Grand Prix. That's right. It's almost about that time, but we now know 15 out of 16 competitors that will be participating in this tournament. So, just to recap, they had their first one ever last year, which was won by Utami Hayashishita, who then went on to win the Marigold World Championship, defeating Seri at First Dream earlier this year. I was there. It was a great show. And now we are back again for another year, and there'll be 16 competitors. We have 15 of them that were just announced. So, let's run through them. So, we're going to start from the top. We're going to go right into it. Well, actually, let's start from the bottom. Bottom of the list. Okay, starting out, who will be participating in her first ever Dream Star Grand Prix, Chanyota. That's right, Chanyota, booked for this tournament. We have Psycho Speed returning, and Misa Matsui. We have part of the Darkness Revolution, and CHIAKI, half of the Dark Wolf Army. We have the other half of the Dark Wolf Army, also part of Darkness Revolution, and Nagisa Nozaki. Returning for this tournament, Kizuna Tanaka. Also returning, Chika Goto. We have the first ever Superfly champion, or former Superfly champion, Natsumi Showzuki. We have the Super Rookie and former Marigold Twin Star champion, Seri Yamaoka. This will be her first Dream Star Grand Prix. We have Victoria Yuzuki, the former Superfly champion. We have the former GHC Women's Champion returning for this tournament, the Amethyst Butterfly, Kouki Amarei. We have former Marigold United National Champion Miku Aono returning. We have MIRAI returning as well. Of course, she's a former... she was actually first ever Twin Star champion alongside Mai Sakurai. The current World of Stardom, wow. The current Marigold World Champion, Utami Hayashishita. And participating in her first ever Dream Star Grand Prix, not too long after making her debut in Dream Star Fighting Marigold, is the current Superfly champion, Mayu Iwatani. Those are your 15 ladies confirmed for this tournament. I gotta say, y'all, this is quite a lineup. This is quite a lineup for this year's tournament. So there's one more spot left to fill. We know that Senka Akatsuki wants that spot, as well as many other of the Marigold roster. Now Ishikawa had suggested that they run a gauntlet to determine who gets the last remaining spot. Me personally, I think with it still being kind of middle of June, the tournament doesn't start until August. I think they should do like a little qualifier. That's just my personal opinion. I think they should do a qualifier instead of a gauntlet. But, I mean, it looks like they're going to end up doing a gauntlet. But, I mean, it is what it is. But, I have to say, you know, I'm very curious to see how this year's tournament will go. I mean, you got some names that finished, you know, near the top. I mean, Kouki Amarei had a great showing. I mean, in that first tournament, Kouki Amarei had a great showing. MIRAI, Nagisa Nozaki, Miku Aono, Mai Sakurai. I mean, Mai Sakurai was in the finals. You know, it came down to Mai Sakurai and Utami Hayashishita. So, I mean, honestly, it was a close tournament. It was a very close tournament. I know Kizuna Tanaka, Chika Goto, Misa Matsui, CHIAKI didn't do too well, but they're back in the tournament and, you know, have a chance to really redeem themselves. Especially with this tournament, no Nori, no Seri, no Nane Takahashi, no Bozilla. So, you know, those are some missing names. But this time around, I mean, Chanyota, Seri Yamaoka, Mayu Iwatani. I mean, those are the main new names for this tournament. And I'm pretty sure we're going to get another new name through whoever will take that last spot. Me personally, for who takes that last spot, I would love for it to be either Hummingbird or Senka Akatsuki. I think it'd be cool if one of those two took it. I mean, I really like both of them. But something tells me a marvelous superstar is going to get it. Part of me really hopes it's not Takumi Iroha, because, I mean, she's going to be fighting for the Marigold World Championship soon. I mean, it's going to be a double title match between her and Utami. And she also has to worry about Mayu Iwatani coming after her GHC Women's Championship. So, I don't know. I mean, there's probably a chance that it's going to be Takumi Iroha. But I would love for it to be like Senka or Hummingbird, or just a name that you normally wouldn't think of. But taking a look at this lineup, I mean, it's a great lineup. Even with the 15 that they have named, it's a great lineup. Now, of course, I assume that the same thing's going to apply. Winner of this tournament earns themselves a Marigold World Championship opportunity. Now, we know Utami's the current champ. I mean, she won this tournament last year. That's how she eventually became the champ. Now, looking at this list, I mean, honestly, let's go over it. Chanyota, I think Chanyota has a chance to have a strong showing, but do I see her winning it? No. Misa Matsui, I'm hoping she'll do a little better than she did last year. I mean, she only had 2 points last year. But I definitely think she'll do better this year. Same thing with CHIAKI. Maybe not too much better, but I think she'll get more than 2 points. I definitely think she'll get more than 2 points. Nagisa Nozaki, I mean, she had 8 points last year, so probably will do the same. Although she did beat Utami. She did beat Utami last year in the tournament. So, I mean, hey, like, you never know. But then again, with these types of tournaments, anything can happen. Kizuna Tanaka, I definitely expect her to do better than 2 points. For sure. I think she'll definitely do better than 2 points. Chika Goto, I mean, she only had 2 points as well. Her only victory was over Kouki Amarei. So, I don't know. I'm sure she'll do better than 2 points, but I don't know how much better. Natsumi Showzuki, I mean, last year she only had 7 points, so not too sure how she will do, although she did beat MIRAI in last year's tournament. So that was actually pretty big. Seri Yamaoka, I think she'll have a good showing. I think she'll definitely have a good showing. Victoria Yuzuki, I think will have a good showing. She only had 5 points last year, but I think she'll have a better showing this time around. Kouki Amarei, I mean, Kouki, she finished, 3rd place in the Dream League. So, I mean, she finished with 8 points. I think Kouki Amarei could definitely follow up from that. I mean, she picked up some pretty good victories over MIRAI, Nagisa Nozaki, Natsumi Showzuki, and even Victoria Yuzuki. So, I mean, there's a couple of victories she picked up in last year's tournament. So, hey, I think Kouki Amarei will still do well. Miku Aono. I mean, Miku Aono had 9 points. I expect a strong showing from her. MIRAI, I expect a strong showing from her. She had 8 points last year. Mai Sakurai, she won the Star League and made it to the finals with 11 points. So she was actually the top scorer in the entire tournament, getting to the finals with 11 points. So, hey, Mai Sakurai, who is currently the Marigold United National Champion, do I think she'll score the same amount of points? No. But I'm sure she'll still be a threat. I still believe she'll be a threat. But, you gotta hand it to her. I mean, she got some pretty big victories. I mean, really, in her block matches, the only big loss she had was to Seri. But, I mean, she beat Nanae Takahashi. She beat Bozilla. So, I mean, don't sleep on Mai Sakurai. I don't think she'll get the same amount of points, but you definitely don't want to sleep on her. She is still a threat. She is still a threat. Utami Hayashishita, of course, she won the Dream League and made it to the finals. Ended up winning last year's tournament. So, of course, Utami's going to be a threat. Hands down. And then Mayu Iwatani, who has a chance to make history. Remember, Mayu has won a 5-star Grand Prix in Stardom. So she has the opportunity to become the second person ever to have won a 5-star Grand Prix and a Dream Star Grand Prix. Now remember, Utami's already done that. She's the first one to do it. She's already claimed that. But Mayu has the opportunity to be the second one to do it. And when you think about it, you could add even more to that. Because, remember, Mayu has won a Cinderella tournament. as well. So, more history-making moment there. And then, like I said, there's no telling who that final slot will be. But who do I think has the best chances of winning this year's tournament? Well, I think regardless of who wins that final spot, I don't think they'll end up winning the tournament. Chanyota, like I said, I think she'll have a strong showing, but definitely not winning. Psycho Speed, Misa Matsui, nope. CHIAKI, nope. Nagisa Nozaki, nope. Kizuna Tanaka, nope. Chika Goto, nope. Natsumi Showzuki, nope. Seri Yamaoka, I think will have a strong showing, but nope. Same thing with Victoria Yuzuki, nope. Kouki Amarei, I'm going to say no, but I'll be rooting for her. Miku Aono is somebody that I could see become a finalist in this year's tournament. I think she has a good chance of becoming a finalist. Same thing with MIRAI. Mai Sakurai, who was a finalist last year, so there's that chance. Same thing with Utami. Same thing with Mayu Iwatani. Personally, who could I see win the whole thing? I mean, Mayu Iwatani is going to be a threat to win the whole thing. Let's just keep it real. She has yet to be pinned in a Marigold ring. So, she's going to be a threat. But do I think she will win this year's tournament? No. I don't think she'll win this year's tournament. I will be shocked if she wins this year's tournament. But I would not put it past them. I don't think Utami is winning this year's tournament. Mai Sakurai, no. MIRAI, I think MIRAI has a chance. I think she could possibly win the whole thing. I think, actually, as crazy as this sounds, I think Miku Aono could win the tournament this year. I do. I could see her winning the tournament. Kouki Amarei, maybe a finalist. It's really gonna depend. Like, it's gonna depend on how they're gonna split the competitors. You know, because before they did Dream League and Star League. And I mean, it was 8 competitors per league. But to be honest, like, Miku Aono, MIRAI, I mean, I gotta mention Mayu. Even though I don't want her to win, I gotta mention her because she's a threat. She's a big threat. To be honest, I'm thinking it's one of those 3 that's probably gonna win this year's Dream Star Grand Prix. Either Mayu Iwatani, MIRAI, or Miku Aono. I'll have to look back over this once they confirm which blocks everybody's going to go in. Then I'll probably have a better guess as to who I think could not only be a finalist, but also who could win the whole thing. So I'm very curious to see when they announce the blocks, the Star League and the Dream League, and see who all is going to go where. And then I'll have a better idea. So I'm looking forward to that. But as a reminder, tournament begins on August 2nd and it concludes on September 14th. So definitely keep that in mind. And I know recently Yuka Yamazaki finally had her debut, so there's that. And like I said, whoever gets that last spot, I got a feeling it's probably going to be somebody from Marvelous. But we'll see. We'll see what they decide to do. But it's exciting. It's exciting. And I look forward to when they announce the blocks. Should be good. But I like the talent confirmed for this tournament. It's pretty loaded. You know, it'll be very interesting being that this tournament, like I said, no Nane Takahashi, no Bozilla, no Nori, no Seri. You know, they're not in this year's tournament, so I'm very curious to see how this tournament goes. But that'll do it for this video. Let me know y'all's thoughts on the five-star, goodness gracious, Jason, the Dream Star Grand Prix. What do you think about the competitors? Who do you think is going to get that 16th spot? And what the heck? Who do you think is going to win this year's Dream Star Grand Prix? Let me know your thoughts. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell while you're at it. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the video. For another Pro Wrestling Talk brought to you by Blitzball Champ Gaming here on the U to the Tube. My name is Blitzball Champ Jason Ingram. Hope everybody enjoys their evening and has a blessed day tomorrow. I'll see y'all in the next video and or live stream. Peace. Laters.